NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course to the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Novelo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. Let's go down to the 11th. Certainly a lot of golf left to play in this championship, but what does our featured golfer need to do to turn it around?
It's back to the basics, Rich. Find fairways, find greens, give yourself opportunities. There's plenty of birdies out there, but you've got to give yourself chances.
Here we go. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
If the conditions are right, a player can take it deep here in the red figures. Zach Johnson, and he's not one of the longest hitters, but he is about as good with a wedge in his hand as anyone on tour. Zach Johnson back in 2007 shot, how's this, 10 under 60 in the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Good birdie, now at 1 under for the tournament. Now down on the tee here at the 13th. This one stretched out just a little bit more, 476 yards and a par 4.
And now you're playing straight up the hill away from East Lake, so you can tack another 30 or 40 yards onto this hole. 2 bunkers down the left. There's only a player or 2 in the field that could actually fly that second one. So it will play as a dogleg left. And also that second shot, you're going to have to add at least another club or 2 for that uphill going into this green.
Frank, here at the 13th, the approach shot, what do you want to accomplish?
Another one where you've got to get the ball up quickly, plus you're going uphill. Probably an extra club, and pitch that ball on the left of center.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
And getting ready for the putt.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
At the 14th now, 442-yard par 4 goes downhill a bit.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball down the left side of the fairway, Rich, because everything slopes to the rough on the right. Ball hangs up on the left side. There is a lone tree in the rough there that often comes into play. Green slopes away from the players to the left, and those two bunkers, the reason why they're pinched in, well, when you're in the rough, you'll find out why they're there. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in.
Well, Frank, a great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th.
You'd think just blaze away with the driver, but those two bunkers down the right side are a perfect distance off the tee to make you respect those. And that one down the left, well, if you pull it a little bit, that can come into play. And that second shot, well, it's virtually straight up the hill.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that is well on the cards.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years. Players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. I mean, hybrid putt, you name it, whatever works.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. But that was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational.
That's fine.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, that birdie will help the cause. Here at the 8th, again, this is not an especially long hole, but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. The approach now at the par 4 8th. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
Now rounding out the front side, finally a par 5. It's a 600-yarder.
He's gone for a little extra.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, this is some sensational stuff here.
Eagle to tie.
This is the second par 5 to have been shortened to play as a par 4. And this hole requires that the tee shot be long and to the left side of the fairway. That allows players to see the putting surface. The second shot will likely hit the long iron into a pretty large green. And that green slopes severely from back right to front left, making lag putting from the back a real challenge. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Now at the only hole on the course that starts with a 1 at the beginning of the yardage. This par 3 11th, just under 200 yards, right around 197. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. And hello again, and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my pal Frank Nobilo. We are here in the wonderful state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round at East Lake Golf Club.
And what a great course it is too, Rich. Normally a par 72 for the members, but seeing we're going to play off the pros tee today, the 5th and the 10th hole, which are normally par 5s, will be reduced to par 4s, so a very strict par of 70.
Let's take it down to the tee. I called all the action today out on the course for you. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Should be safely on deck.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Given the situation, Rich, strings so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
Now putt for par.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Hard-fought par right there. Rounding out the front nine here at East Lake, and interesting, this is our first par 5 of the day. Just 2 par 5s on the course, and the first is here at the 9th, set up at an even 600 yards. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. These putts keep the round together. What an eagle right there, Frank, and what a time to deliver that kind of decisive shot. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
like the looks of this one. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Sinks the putt for birdie. Moving on now to the 11th and another par 3. Frank, this one just under 200 yards.
Does play a little bit uphill, and really it's like a V-shaped green. Those two front bunkers really pitch the front of that green in. Hole actually gets a little easier the further the flag goes up the green. It's a little wider, and the chances of having an uphill putt increase.
This is a good-looking shot. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, one thing I really like about Eastlake Golf Club, the variety of holes. There's some good par 3s. We've seen that. Just a couple of par 5s. But then you have this collection of really fascinating short par 4s, including here at the 391-yard 12th.
It just goes to show in today's game you don't always have to reach for a 500-yard par 4. The 12th, even though it's under 400 yards, is quite deceiving. There's a lone fairway bunker on the right that has to be avoided. And then judging the lie, if you're on a downhill lie, pitching into a green that's also below you. That front bunker might look a long way short of the green, but it's caught a few errant second shots.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's the final round of the Peach Invitational. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Great shot. Get the birdie. Goodness, he pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. Well, this is the point in the round where a player really wants to be focused, dialed in. Second shot here at the par 4 16th.
And coming off a downhill lie, so allow that ball to go a little bit further than normal and perhaps even take that extra kick.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
He's made it. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is always one of the most crucial shots in any round at East Lake in the Tour Championship. It is the second to the 17th.
A high lofted second shot once again required here. There's a little area on the front that you can use if the flag's there, but when that flag gets back or left, really you have to hit the ball in the middle of the green and just allow that slope to take it here. Very risky to go at the flag.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Good putt. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. and he's made it onto the green now. Locked in on the read and the speed. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.